Let's do a thumbnail real quickly. I didn't know. 5 things I didn't know when I moved out here to Tyler, Texas. Okay, so enough of that. But I wanted to share with you 5 things that I actually love about living out here in Tyler that I wasn't expecting whenever we first moved out here. So I had never been to Tyler before. I didn't know that it was the rose capital of Texas and that they have a beautiful rose garden, that it's called Rose City. I didn't know any of that. And then I moved out here and I became fully immersed in the community and I really love it. So my first thing that I love and wasn't exactly expecting was just how friendly everybody was going to be. Very nice people out here. You know, it's still a community where people open the door for you. Teenagers will open the door for you. It's a small town, but a big town, and that it's diverse enough for being as small as it is. When we first moved out here, there was even an Indian restaurant that was out here. There are Asian markets out here. There is a mercado out here. There are all different options out here, and I really like that. And everybody seems to be very friendly and welcoming to the community, even though they've had a lot of new people come into the community. So that's my first thing, is how friendly everybody is. The second thing that I love about being out here is that there is a spectrum of people and of cars, oddly enough. I'm a little bit of a car person, but you're going to see people young and old. You're going to see people with dirt on their boots because they've been working. You see faces that move. You see a spectrum of people, and people love and live in the ways that they want to love and live. And that includes, you know, mobile homes and acreage and just a spectrum of people. And with the spectrum of people, I see a spectrum of cars. There might be the Lamborghini truck or a brand new Corvette or like a K5 Blazer. So it's so much fun to see that people love and appreciate the older things that they have, and they're not just trying to like get the latest and greatest, and it doesn't feel very superficial in that way. The third thing, that's my dog moving in the background, by the way. The third thing that I love about living out here is just how small it feels. So everybody knows everybody. Especially if you grew up out here and you lived out here, you moved away, and then you came back or something like that. I don't know anybody out here. I am not affiliated with anybody. Didn't know anybody when I moved out here except for a couple people that I used to work with back in Dallas. So for example, I had somebody stop by and price some gutters for us, and his grandson goes to school with my son. Everything's very close knit like that. They've known each other. They're close to one another, and that's really the fourth thing that I love about being out here is the trees. The trees, the trees, and the trees. The trees are taller than the buildings. The trees are taller than the houses. The trees are taller than the roads and overpasses because there just really are not any overpasses out here. You know, back in DFW, and I'm sure a lot of cities across the nation, there are so many overpasses. It's such a big city and metropolitan area that to get people from place to place, I mean, you are going so high and so far. And out here, it's just trees, and you feel the trees and you love the trees. And I'm constantly taking pictures of trees and nature out here, and I'll be including that stuff in this video. Hopefully I'm just like talking over it and you're not looking at me right now. But the thing that I love about being out here is the fact that the churches are really the underpinnings of the community, and they host the different events for the community. So there's not a pumpkin patch per se. Called Yesterland, which is a little ways out, but they have the churches have like pumpkin patches and hay rides, and they have Christmas things. And now I've only been here since June, so I haven't gone to every single thing. Stores and restaurants are open here on Sundays, but where you're going to gather and break bread with people and do community events is going to be likely hosted by a church. And I think that's cool. I like that. That is what makes it feel like a small town for me. because it reminds me of when I lived for a short period of time in Oklahoma. And we lived in a very small town. But those are the 5 things that I actually love about living out here in Tyler, Texas. If there's something that you love about living out here or you love in the community that you're in, share it down below. I'd love to know. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.